How's it going, everyone? I'm Slavinatorski and welcome to the channel. And you might notice today that the camera's a little bit different. I'm trying a brand new camera out to see how well this works. So, going straight into this. Thanks for stopping by. I hope everyone out there enjoys the video. Again, we're doing another figure today, as you can see by the title. And don't worry, the pews are coming. Just like I said before, they're a little bit slower than before, or than they were the previous year. But they will be coming in. Alright, so why are we here today? We are here today because I got one of these Werewolf jungle figures. These are from coomodel, that's C-O-O-M-O-D-E-L. I got this off 5K Toys, so shout out to them. Great shipping, awesome place. I have a few other pre-orders through them. I really have been enjoying that shop. Very much worth it if you haven't checked it out already. That's 5K Toys. Literally how it sounds. Number 5, letter K, Toys. Alright, so, moving on. I'm also adjusting stuff while I'm doing this. So I realize there's something else I'm going to need. But, here is the box. You'll have to forgive me on the new camera. I'm trying to get used to it. Here we go. So, new box. You see right up front here. Let me get that focus in for you guys. There we go. So, really cool artwork. The Werewolf jungle version. You see the werewolf right in here. I like these open display packages. It makes it very easy to see what you're working with. You got the side, then you have the rear. This is the deluxe version, so I paid a little bit more and sprung out in order to get this nice stand on the bottom here. I thought that looked really cool. And I'm a big sucker for werewolf things. I don't see enough of it around anymore. So, PM002, if that means anything, this is a 1/12 scale model. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to open this up and pull everything out so you don't have to hear all that plastic crinkling, or if you do, let me know. In the next one, I'll do the plastic crinkling. Alright, so be right back. Alright, so here we are. Went ahead and took it out of the packaging. I changed the lighting a little bit to make it so it wasn't so harsh in here. So this is everything that you get in the packaging. So let me go ahead and separate those. As you see, they separate pretty easily. So what you get is, of course, you get the base, which has, let me change the focus because I'm going to bring these up close for the camera here. There we go, that's much better. So you get the base with a nice skull. There we go. Very, very nice. A lot of grass. If you see a few spots here. We'll put that down. Then you get, let me change this to autofocus, that might be a little faster. There we go. Then you get this here, this tree. This is a tree trunk, obviously. You get a couple other branches here. There's one. There's another one. And the detail on these is really good. Give the camera a second. Like, the detail is quite good here. Then inside of this package here, you get, this is the little stand that plugs into the tree trunk. And here we have paper. You can smell that new figure plastic smell here. And if you hear water in the background, yeah, I'm in Florida, it's raining, it's hot, I have the window open. Instructions on how to build the stand. And I have a light up here, a top light. I might change that going forward. We will see. But I don't want anything too harsh on here. But that's that. And then we have what everyone's here to actually see is the figure itself. Go ahead and focus. Come on. There we go. So you see really good detail there. Very nice actual cloth effects. Sorry, I left my Xbox on and it's downloading a whole bunch of stuff. It'll be done soon. Oh, and one more piece. I guess you get the basic stand as well as the good stand. And you'll notice I actually just flipped that little plastic piece on the floor. This goes with the basic stand. So I'm going to change up the view again so everybody can get a nice close look, and we'll be right back. So don't touch that dial. Alright, I have everything set up now, so this should help with things a bit. You'll see here, getting ready to put everything together and break it too apparently. The trees, they actually go into the stand one way, so you have that hole right there. You get this hole, and you'll notice there's a little notch cut out right here. Drops right in. It'll only fit one way, so just wiggle it around until it drops in. The little tree goes right here, same thing, it's got a notch in the corner. And the other little tree, medium tree I should say, goes right in the side here, and it kind of just drops in. These are not held in terribly secure, as you saw they fell out when I picked it up, but just really, really good detail on that diorama base. I like that. Diorama, rama, however you want to say it. So really cool, nice foliage and vegetation. We're going to put this one together on camera, but I'm going to do that last to try to, I know some people have had issues with it. And this one, of course, it's just two pieces. Boom, goes right in. You can stand him up on it, get him on his crotch, and it'll hold him up. But you're here to see him. Look at that face. Isn't it great? So you'll see the eyes. Really, really good detail, good sculpt work. I am liking this. Then the soft goods with his little jacket or his shirt, how he's ripping through it on the side there. It's very, very nice. And then the detail on the hands. Let's get that focus to go. Come on. There's not two moments where I'm not fighting with this new camera at the focus. I'll learn it eventually. But there's the hands. They look really good, really well sculpted. I like the claws, how they look on it. Really, really good. Then down to the feet and his trousers. See, they're held up by a nice rope. Good hair sculpt on the calf. Then the feet themselves. Very good detail on the feet. There are no peg holes. He's got a little dew claw on the back here. But all in all, a very, very nice figure. So let me go ahead and show you the articulation bits. But before I do that, I'm going to heat them up. I have a hair dryer here, just a cheapo little Revlon. It's like 10 bucks. Heat them up a little bit first, just so you don't break them. I've learned that with the Mythic Legions figures. So we'll be right back after we heat them up. Alright, all heated up and ready to pose. So just make sure when you heat it up, you don't blow it towards these little tiny bits here, because these will go flying. Can you guess how I learned that? Alright, so this is pretty cool. Very awesome figure here. Very cool figure sculpt. Now, let's go through all the things that move. You have his jaw here. His jaw moves. Let me get up close. Wrong way. There we go. So the jaw does move, so you can make him kind of bark or yell. I see it's a little bit loose, so it might always open. The head, the neck itself, wiggles back and forth. You see he's got a dual piece neck. Now I'll show you something about that. I saw in a couple other videos people adjusted that neck. But the head on the neck, you get some very, very mild movement. Be gentle with those ears. But you see how his head kind of comes forward. It looks pretty cool. One thing people have done is this neck. They rotate this second piece around to get the head to actually look more forward. So we're going to try that. It honestly looks better up here because you have that tuft of hair that comes in the back. And the neck is a little bit open, but that gets covered up because you turn his head around. And that makes his head come further forward, more werewolfy, if that makes sense. So it looks pretty good that way. I might leave it that way, we'll see. But the arms, so you have this arm here, comes up pretty high. I don't want to go too far because I already popped this hip out of joint once. Comes up pretty far, goes all the way around as far as the movement here. It is constricted by the clothes, of course, like your own jacket you would have trouble spinning all the way around in. Then as far as the forearm goes, with this forearm, it'll rotate all the way around in here. So you get that rotation. You get a nice bend in it. You see the joint here, so you can actually see the bend in that joint. Pull the shirt back up to cover that up. And the hand, you get full rotation on the hand, so it'll go all the way around. And then if you look on the inside, it doesn't bend like you might necessarily think. But if you look way in here, you might not be able to see it on the camera, but it does this. You can make it move like this, but you can't make it come in, at least from what I can see by the way this joint is set up. It's a little ball joint in there, and I don't think you can move it. Yeah, I've only been able to get it to do so much. Actually, no, I lied. There we go. You can move it around if you finagle it just right. So now his hand goes in and out the way I like. So that's pretty cool. The other arm does the same thing. So I imagine I can actually move that wrist around the way I want now. His body and torso, you get a little bit of rotation on that. Of course, the clothing kind of holds that down. A little bit of back and forth. And I did heat him up. I don't want to force anything on it. Then for the legs go back. Legs go pretty far forward, so you can get full running shots if you want to. The legs come pretty far out, about that far, because they're on a socket joint, so to speak, like a ball and socket. So you don't want to go too far, because that's what I did, and then this leg popped off the hinge, but I just popped it right back on. It was easy enough. The knee here, you'll notice it has a double joint in the knee. So the kneecap's right on top there, and it bends a little bit both ways, so you can get that full crunch on that knee. See how it bends like that? Looks good, right? So you can get like a full pouncing pose or something like that. Make it look really cool. Then the feet. Of course, you get a little side swivel here on the feet. I realize you're seeing my hand more, sorry. I was looking at the figure and not the actual camera. So you get a little side swivel here, and rotates around sort of, and of course you get it to go back and forth like that. So as far as posing him, let's see how he stands. Alright, so standing on his own, he's too far back right now, too far forward, too far back, so he's having a little trouble standing on his own. Which could be why they give you the stand. But I know some people haven't had the issue. He doesn't seem to want to stand for me. Which is okay. See, I'm having a lot of trouble getting this weight down. There we go. Stay. Nope. Yep. See how he wants to just go right over? He does not want to stand up. There we go. Nope. Got him to stand for about 2 whole seconds before he fell on his face, or was going to before I saved him. Alright, so you get the idea. He can't stand on his own very easily. You have to really kind of work on it. Let me see if a hard surface helps. Maybe it's because I have carpeting right there, or that mat. Oh, did we get it? I'm gonna move the camera. Nope, he fell. Alright, so that didn't work. So as he face planted, which he's like, what's going on, bro? Alright, well, I tried. So he does not stand on his own, as we have just seen. Alright, so that's what this stand is for. But in the meantime, I'm gonna stick him up on his regular stand he would come with. You want to get him like a nice deep pose or something like that. Like he's getting ready to come eat you. So that gives you an idea. Now, before I build that stand, because I'm going to put that in the last part of the video, let's put him up against some figures that I have that you might like. I don't have anything too crazy, but Malleus from Mythic Legions. So that gives you an idea of the height comparison. Mind you, he is hunched, so if you stand him up, I know a lot of people have complained that he's short, but if you stand him up by the ears, he is actually taller than Malleus. I gotta make it look like he's gonna eat them. But yeah, that gives you an idea there. That's a nice little size comparison. I do have a figure I haven't reviewed yet, but let's put him up against Bolthor the Tower from Mythic Legions. So this is one of the ogre figures. It's a bit bigger. We'll stand him up next to it, and you'll see that he is not quite tall enough for Bolthor. Sorry, I'm adjusting everything one-handed because he doesn't want to stand up. But still, pretty tall, pretty good. And he fell down and now he's biting his leg. So I'm going to move that back off to the side. And I'll put him back in his pose. Now, I'm going to get my tools out and get ready. And then once we come back, I'm going to actually put together the other stand. This little stand right here. So, bear with me as I get my stuff together, and we'll start building it. Okay, so we got all the pieces right here. I have the paperwork right here. So I'm going to follow the paperwork. It's written in Chinese and very, very small English. So I'm going to try to just follow the pictures. It shouldn't be too terrible, but we'll see, because sometimes I am kind of a moron. So it's not the most detailed directions here, but you can tell that piece goes up with the claws here. So that's that piece, and that's the one right on top. Then I guess that comes back into this hinge, which will come back into one of these. Then we'll come back into another one of these. Then we'll come back into a short one of these. And then this little pin here. So let's start at the base. You'll notice these actually go right in like that. And let me take a look up close myself. There's one side that the little bitty nut is going to go in. Nut. So put that in there. And then put the other screw in here. I know it's riveting, but I didn't mean to make that pun, I'm sorry. You know what? Actually, I'm going to own it. But I know some people have said that they've had issues, because I, of course, I see what they're talking about now. I, of course, watch reviews on these things too before I buy them, because I don't just buy these to do reviews on them. I buy them because I like them, and I love werewolf figures. So let me get that in there. See what they mean by that. It's kind of tough. It doesn't really want to fit. There we go. Alright, so I'm getting that to go in. Let's see if I can get it to go in all the way. There we go. I feel it on my finger. Trying to push the nut out, of course. Yep, there goes the nut. Alright, let me seat that, and we'll tighten that down. Yep, the nut caught. So there we are. And you can take these little tiny plastic pieces off. You might want to trim the little hard edges down, but first piece done. Next piece, same process as before. So there's going to be one side with a nut and one side without. I'm going to put the nuts all on the same side. I know I'm saying that word a lot and it's probably bugging people. I apologize. So let's put that little screw in here. That one went through much nicer. Cinched right down, very nice. Take off these two little plastic pieces. Alright, next piece up. Take off these plastic pieces. Nut is on this side. Same thing. Follow the same process as before. I apologize for the dog hair. It's almost, when you have a dog, it's almost impossible to keep the hair out of everything, including your food. It's gross. Alright. Then we have another one up here, which that one goes right in like that. Let's make sure we have the right side on. That's good. That fit right in. Cinched right down. Then this piece here, it'll go either way. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually put it on the end here. Alright, so that goes on just like that. So very nice. Very fond. And I may have put that on... No, I put it on right. Okay. Yeah, I'm not as retarded as I thought I was. You can, of course, put these on in any order you want. So if you want the middle one here, however you want to do it, because it looks like they might have put the middle one on there. But we'll get back to that. So, coming over here, we're going to move this stand in and try to quit knocking that tree out of it. I might have to put some blue tack in there or something to keep that tree seated, because it just pops out way too easy. Like, it does not want to stay in there. Yeah, some blue tack will fix that. But in the meantime, these little things, they actually have little notches on the end. Those notches are supposed to fit right in that hole. Let me try that again and hopefully don't break it. One more time. I know this is riveting. Let me try heating these up. So it's not wanting to fit in that hole on top here. I'm going to heat it up and see if that helps. Okay, we managed to get it. So what I found you have to do is put your finger on the bottom, push this part on top with your thumb, and then just wiggle it back and forth after heating it up while squeezing only right here so you don't break it, and it kind of falls right into place. So these ones work now. So let me see if I can pose this. That goes right into there, supposedly. You gonna go into your hole? Alright, I'm going to try heating that up and see if that helps. I'll be right back. Alright, so heating it up did the trick. Heat it up, twist it a little bit, and it pops right in. So as you see now, you have a stand that works, and that little tree just keeps falling out. So if I would suggest anything, it's get some sticky tack for that tree. And then, after that, you can actually use that thing to grab them and put them in any pose you want. And there we go. Put the tree back. There, nice. Let's get a quick zoom in on them. Very nice. Looks ferocious, looks terrifying. I love it. Make love to the camera, buddy. Looks very, very good. I love I love skeletons, as you can tell in the back there, but I love werewolves too. And this figure just comes across great like this. So it looks absolutely awesome. But yeah, sorry about bumping the camera. I'm still learning this new tripod. It's hitting me in the belly. But yeah, so that's everything. Let me zoom out ever so slightly. There we go. And you'll see everything there. But I like him. I think this is a great figure. It takes a little getting used to because it's kind of different than most of the things I've played with before. But yeah, I do like them. I think it looks great, and it's going to look great on my shelf. I know me. I'm probably going to pull them down, look at them a few times, mess with them, and repose them every now and then. But awesome stuff. I love it. I do think the base is worth the extra money. The base looks great, and it helps hold them up a little bit better because this is the base you get without the deluxe version. Very basic, very nice, and it does not have a tree limb that keeps falling out of its hole. But very basic. So if you want just the figure, it's a little bit cheaper with just the base, but if you want to go for the deluxe, you get this really cool diorama base that comes with it. But what do you guys think? I've heard some people are kind of hating on this figure. I don't know why. Then again, I'm still kind of new to these whole collectibles figure market. I'm still trying to figure out the hate. I think it's great. but I think maybe it looks different from promotional shots or something like that. I'm not sure. But either way, I am very happy with my purchase. Best price I've seen online, 5K toys. Very, very nice. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments section. Do you love it? Do you hate it? So on and so forth. And we'll talk about it in there. I think it's cool. Or do you like the other version? The white version for the Snow Peak Mountains or whatever it's called. That one's pretty cool too. Let me know which one you prefer, or if you find even better werewolf figures. I keep saying skeleton because I'm looking at these guys. But if you find any other werewolf figures that you think are really cool, let me know in the comments section. So I, of course, would love to get my hands on them. I love these things. Worth every penny, I think. Yes, I did pay for this myself out of my own money. It's not a sponsored thing. I just really like the figure. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helps you decide if you want to get them or not. I think it's really, really worth the money. It actually goes really well with your Mythic Legions figures in the background here. So if you're trying to find a good werewolf to go with your Mythic, then this would actually be the way to go. Because those would look really good next to the werewolf, as you saw earlier in the video. But I hope everyone out there enjoyed this. Let me know as usual in the comments section. Thank you all for stopping by. And I hope everyone out there stays safe, keep your family safe, don't give up on those goals. Keep pushing forward, you can all do it. And with a little bit of work, you too can be the proud owner of a werewolf action figure. I know, it's goofy. But I do like the fact that that neck piece swivels all around. It looks better with his head farther forward. He looks more menacing, I think. So, yeah, I do like that. Let me get that focus on him better. But you really get a good look at that right there on his face. With that head forward, it does come across much, much more menacing. But yeah, so keep pushing forward, guys. If you want one of these, go ahead and pick it up. I think you'll like it because I absolutely love it. But that's all I have for now, so take it easy. We'll talk again in the next video, and make sure to have fun, okay? Later, guys. If you're interested in learning more about the channel, feel free to follow me on my Instagram and Facebook social medias. Here you can find more about what's going on in my personal life, as well as behind the scenes from the channel. If you are interested in the gaming content, I do stream to Twitch before I upload any of the gaming content to YouTube. And if you wanted to follow me on Twitter, any contests I enter, I put friends links in there, so we can both get some bonus entries